This is Jamgang Central Prison in Thimphu. One inmate in his mid-30s, serving an 8-year sentence for drug abuse and trafficking, said that his addiction started out of curiosity and peer pressure. He used SP Plus to cope with low self-esteem but quickly became dependent.
The main reason I need family problem the income.
The main reason for me was unemployment. I could not support my family financially because I had no income. We need money to survive. And when I didn't have it, I became depressed. Taking drugs made me feel less hopeless. It gave me confidence and made me feel like I could do anything.
Another inmate, also in his mid-30s and serving 5 years, said he was drawn to drug trafficking by the promise of quick money and the excitement it brought. He ran a well-organized network with people under him and smuggled various types of drugs.
Smuggling drugs involves a lot of logistics. We never knew the identity of the main supplier, only a few individuals responsible for transporting the drugs to us. We would contact them to arrange the deliveries. There were middlemen on both sides and carrier vehicles on our end, usually heavy-duty cars. The drugs were loaded onto these vehicles. The Indian counterparts handled most of the coordination. They paid the drivers in advance. We only had to pay for the drugs.
He claimed that they bypassed security checkpoints at the border by bribing officials on duty.
Bribery at the authority.
We bribed officials and those in power along the routes to facilitate the smuggling. We only had to inform them about the consignments, and as long as they were paid, they didn't question what we were carrying.
Upon release, he hopes to start afresh, possibly in another country away from drugs and the networks that once consumed him. An inmate in his 20s, currently serving sentence for trafficking cannabis, shared that the easy availability of marijuana made it a lucrative business.
I used to get hash from Punakha, where people collect it from the forest. Most users make hash themselves. For those who don't know how, they place orders from those areas. Some users not only make and use hash but also sell it, using the money they earn to keep the business going.
BBS also learned that some individuals go to extreme lengths to evade border security, hiding drugs in their innerwears, socks or even mouth. Inmates said sellers, mostly Indian nationals, rarely asked for buyer details as long as they were paid. Recently, the National Council Social and Cultural Affairs Committee reported a sharp rise in drug-related arrests. In 2023, some 1,900 individuals were arrested, half of them youth, and this increased last year. The committee emphasized that the underlying causes of drug abuse are complex, ranging from unemployment and peer pressure to family challenges. For many, drugs may begin as a coping mechanism or quick escape, but often end in long-term consequences. As Bhutan fights the growing drug crisis, voices from behind prison walls offer a stark reminder of what's at stake. The message is clear and urgent. Focus on prevention and support to tackle the root causes and break the cycle of drug abuse and illicit trafficking. This is Tashi Dekar for BBS News.